So that Zeranium armor of yours makes you invincible for a time, but you need your own head protection? Just hand-waving that detail away? Whatever. Not my department.
我记得我以前有一个可以吸附我的毒素的，居然不见了。
Lovely day for a coup, dear. The only surprise about the Protectorate's consul usurping the Sovereign's authority is it did not happen sooner. May all our endeavors...
Once you reach the vault, it will all be worth it. Trust.
Wouldn't be here if I had any doubts.
Your arrival cannot be more timely. After the events of Paradise Island, I could think of no one more suited to conduct a surgical strike of this nature. I'm, glad to see you again as well, Niles.
Gotta say you had me worried. The message you sent sounded serious.
Then I composed it accurately. To the task at hand. We are standing before the tomb of the matriarch. Few are invited to tour its halls, and even fewer know of its greatest secret. For any subject, visiting the matriarch and First Sovereign's resting place is the pinnacle of empty social achievement. But the tomb's corpses are its least important feature. The intelligence my friends risked all to acquire revealed a vault in its lowest level containing the matriarch's body of work, hidden from the public. Who knows what technologies the Protectorate is withholding? If the matriarch was the genius she's purported to be, the skip drive cannot be the entirety of her inventions. I would not put it past the Protectorate to disrespect their dead by tucking weapons in alongside them. Whatever technological advancements may be sequestered here, the goal is almost certainly to keep the populace of Arcadia subservient to the pernicious whims of its governing body. But not for much longer. We are going to liberate any and all of the Matriarch's research, whatever it may be, and distribute it to the people. The time for considering risk is past. We cannot afford to be timid when battling giants. Besides, now I have 2 Earth Directorate agents to assist me. What could go wrong?
I can see a half-dozen points of failure, but bad odds ain't ever stopped us before.
Glad we're operating under the same understanding. We're unlikely to have another chance like this. We must follow through now that we've made the opening. Which also means, once inside, we cannot leave until it's done.
There's no one else left. Consul made damn sure of that.
The failure at the Vox, an escaped prisoner, cannot be tolerated. The Consul ordered a colony-wide search that netted the rest of our cell. Audra blames herself, even though she shouldn't.
Don't tell me how to feel, Zeb. You mind your guilt, I'll mind mine.
There ain't words to describe how sorry I am. I thought we were doing the right thing.
I will not pretend it isn't a blow, but what's done is done. There will be time to grieve once the Protectorate is dead and buried. After you.
You go ahead inside with Zeb. I'll watch our exit from here.
Stay close and keep silent. The less attention we draw, the better. By the matriarch, there weren't supposed to be visitors today. That Sentinel and Dosage are gonna put splinters in our plan if they're not dealt with.
You hang back here. The commander and I'll take care of this.
Gladly. I'll rejoin you once the path is clear.
Whoa, to have the matriarch taken from us before her time.
Actually, the matriarch passed at the impressive and venerable age of 90, establishing Arcadia's precedent for longevity.
90? So young! Imagine her glorious adventure she could have
conceived of. The Sovereign's good name? The security system's been activated. Run!
Do not rush me! Wait, what is that buzzing noise? No!
It's breaking the jaws of that trap on the Sentinel. Now to give that docent similar treatment.
Matriarch, preserve me. How in the blazes am I to report this? Trust the plan?
I now present to you my new invention, the skip drive. A revolutionary technology that will allow humanity to sojourn to the stars.
Only a singular mind could have conceived of such advanced technology.
It is my deepest wish to entrust the skip drive to those brave visionaries willing to follow me into a most prosperous future.
Yes, so wise matriarch, lead us into this future you have envisioned.
Set course for Arcadia. In my new colony, we will abandon the illness of corporatism. None will suffer for the pleasure of unseen overlords. And all will thrive. everything in accordance with the grand paradigm.
Ready to waste them. On your command.
Stun weapon ready, Commander.
perfect society demands perfect thoughts. Perfection is impossible when the mind is affected. They never questioned, never doubted. Their zeal never lacked.
Mobilizing.
Influences!
Taken care of? Continue. Wait there. I'll come to you. All hands. Handle. My turn. There should be a hidden entrance here. There. You can access the lower level now.
Vulnerabilities identified.
For my next gift, I bestow upon you the pinnacle of automechanical design, far superior to all automechanicals that came before. The time once spent in numbing manual labor may now be spent in harmonious community with your neighbor, and in humble service to the Protectorate. May art and science flourish in these many hours, which I have returned to you.
Warning. Power at 13%. Power cell has been partially depleted due to inaction.
Let this accord between the Protectorate and the Order of the Ascendant mark the moment of Arcadia's true birth.
Beloved Matriarch, you are nearer to perfection as anyone living could ever achieve. It will be the honor of the Order to serve as the Protectorate's scientific... Help me.
All that I do for my subjects and their descendants. Gloria Arcadia!
Gloria Arcadia!
Unless this is about the mission, can it wait?
All right, but we best do...
The security room that we need to reach is nearby. We should be able to disable that energy barrier from there.
Who goes? No one is allowed in here without the proper authorization. Ah, I see you have come armed. Intruders, then. I suppose you intend to extract my surrender through means most lurid and foul.
Damn, the head curator. I had hoped to slip in before his shift, but no matter. We cannot allow him to leave and raise the alarm. He must be dispatched, quickly.
How's that now?
Now hold on. I know we had to kill that fella with the Sentinel, but this man's unarmed. He's already surrendered.
I rather think that line has some blurry distinction.
How much of a fuss could this one fella cause, really? Come on, Zeb. No need to cut any bellies over maybes and ifs.
Please, if secrecy's your concern, you may rely upon me to be the utmost spirit of discretion. I have never betrayed a confidence in my life.
Allowing him to leave would be a grave error of mercy, one we can ill afford in this place.
Yes, right. I have a family. Well, no, not as yet, but one day. I swear on my love of the Consul? Let me leave, and I will breathe not a word of your presence here.
Do not allow these crabbled tears to fool you. This is all a performance. No true subject of the Protectorate would yield so easily. We're wasting time. This man is an instrument of empire, perpetuating the tyrant's lies. And were our positions reversed, he would not hesitate to execute us, or worse, send us to mental refreshment.
I'm kin to the risks, Zeb.
Are you? Can you even fathom the indignity of having your every thought scrutinized and scored and made perfect? My sister was made into a shadow. I endured daily sessions with the lathe of particularity and still find myself policing my own mind for untoward proclivities and inclinations. Fine. Seeing as you both lack the stomach, I suggest turning away now.
No! No! Matriarch, preserve me!
Seems she couldn't be bothered.
Feels ugly and wrong, what we just did. Doubt the Earth Directorate would approve neither. Or maybe you ought to start thinking like one.
We can waste air on the ethics of this choice when the Protectorate's boot is no longer crushing our necks. You and Niall should turn off the power to the security barrier and make your way to the vault. I'll remain here and guide you as best I can through the labyrinth. No turning back now.
No going back from here. Not until we've done what we came here to.
Hold! Don't set foot in that room. The schematics on this console indicate this place is defended by all manner of traps. One moment. Yes. It appears there are N-ray tripwires, invisible to the naked eye, that will electrify the floors if crossed. Move cautiously. And if you have any gadgets that might help, I suggest using them.
Over here, Commander. Reckon I found something that might be useful later. Have a look, Commander. With a little elbow grease and some inadvisable engineering, reckon I can finagle these components into a fine explosive gel. Who knows? Could come in handy. Just doing my part. But thanks for the vote of confidence, Commander. Let's keep on. I'll continue tinkering on this in the meantime, see what I can come up with.
In spite of substantial efforts to prolong his life, my father's condition continues to deteriorate, both physically and mentally. It has been difficult to observe. His latest effort would see him entombed within an automechanical body. I objected, of course, to my father becoming some chimera of machine and man, but was overruled. Now the Order informs me that
You've made it through. Good. Now there should be 3 switches in this room. When pulled in the correct order, the doors should open. If I'm reading this right, the order is 1, 3, 2. But which switch corresponds to which number? Ah, damn it! Why must the Protectorate abstract everything?
Must be a way to suss out which switch is which. Maybe if we could peep the wiring.
by my grandmother, I cannot abide the time this research into the rifts is taking. It has been years, and yet I am still absent my wife and daughter. I am still half whole. The researchers swear it's possible to bring them back from the void. Perhaps those are only pretty lies intended to pacify me, but I...
我先把枪准备好，等一下按钮按错了，那个这个机甲，这个机器人应该会出来打我。然后他要按1、3、2，问题是不晓得哪个是1，哪个是3，哪个是2。等一下我看一下。看一下有没有什么征兆啊？1、3、2，看起来好像没什么征兆哎。1、3、2。这下面管线有没有什么特别的征兆吗？没有，管线到这里而已。看一下周边有没有什么讯息提供给我。1、3、2。1、3、2，1、3、2，我看一下。 有没有什么提醒的啊？啊，看样子没有啊。132。那个亮3个灯会不会是3啊？这个也是3个灯，所以也不是。
Right on the first try. Well, I'll not lament a stroke of good fortune.
Does that seem a little off to you, Commander? I think he's starting to worry me. That whole business with the curator. Never seen Zeb so eager for bloodletting before. He's a changed man. Just ain't sure it's for the better. I'll be damned if I go down the same path as DeVries. Some ideals are worth fighting to keep, even if it means taking the long way round to winning. Well, no use stewing. We've still got a vault to break into and tyrannical government to topple.
我刚刚没注意看到，下面有线连线啊，这边有3条线啊，这边有2条线啊，这边有1条线啊，还好我刚刚一下子就按对了。
That vault door is quite the obstruction. Fortunately, there should be a code. No. Fuck! They changed it recently. That shouldn't have happened until next week. I'm certain I can diagnose the issue. Now that you've cleared the way, I'll come down and join you.
I might have something else that can get you into that vault, Commander. Remember those components I found? I was able to turn them into something halfway useful after all. This gel should get us through that vault door. Turns out you were right about trusting my instincts. You take the honors, Commander. I'll be right behind you.
Nice. I was hoping for a more subtle incursion, but no matter.
Am I running hot, or was that a hint of worry I heard in your voice back there?
Alas, I neglected to pack a thermometer. This terminal should allow me to retrieve all the information stored here. This cannot be right. There's nothing here save the designs for the skip drive. Not even initial concepts. 10 years in Arcadia and the Matriarch invented... nothing? And what's this about a deal with the Earth Directorate? We need to talk. Now.
In times of darkness, we must hold our principles dear. I fear the longer this war continues, the further we stray from them. Every step we take must honor the matriarch. I tell Henry this, but he is set in his ways. His notions regarding these rifts are sorely misguided. Why close them?
I knew the Protectorate festered with lies, but I had no idea the Earth Directorate was complicit. Niles, did you know?
Slow up, Zeb. What are you talking about?
It says your agency struck an agreement with the Matriarch over a century ago. In exchange for skip drives, Arcadia was allowed to completely govern itself with absolutely no outside interference, including from the Earth Directorate.
What message? Why didn't you say anything about it sooner?
If this information is true, then the Earth Directorate permitted the Matriarch to create a colony filled with her vassals, enslaved to her will. Everything Arcadia is, all of the suffering that's taken place here, it all could have been avoided. Things could have been different. There's more. The skip drive schematics are here. How the explosive safeguards against tampering work, its evolution over time. But no original concepts, no sketches. Nothing. Our dear matriarch is a fraud, a cheat. She did not invent the skip drive. There are messages here between her and the First Sovereign that all but confirm it. I thought I might find some technological innovation that could be handed to the Protectorate's enemies. But this is almost better. By releasing this information, we can thoroughly crush the image the Protectorate has been built upon. No longer will the Protectorate's myth of superiority be used as a cudgel against its own populace. If we administer truth to the people, their strength will return. Erstwhile, giving the skip drive designs to the Protectorate's enemies will even the fight. Their technological prowess will be made into nothing. Everything will come apart.
Downsides like how the skip drives are causing rifts? Yeah, I say that's worth a fret. Not to mention how this agreement with the Protectorate will completely destroy the Earth Directorate's reputation.
I was not aware of such a connection between rifts and the skip drives. But I have confidence the Order will figure out a solution. Science is their theater, after all. As for the Earth Directorate, don't you see? This frees them from any obligation to the Protectorate. They'll be able to manufacture skip drives themselves. The deal will be voided.
It's worth holding the Earth Directorate's feet to the fire for this deal, but I don't think the entire organization should be judged by its worst decision. It's done a lot of good, too. Plus, making the skip drive tech available, that's like throwing a lit match into a fuel converter. Can't think of a worse idea right now.
Do you think the Protectorate stand around debating the potential for injury? No. They act, and so must we. Damn the consequences. Very well. I suppose you've earned your organization some grace.
Still ain't sure about loosening the skip drive designs, but we've got some time there. Until the rift is fixed, no one's going anywhere using one. Not unless they have a death wish. And this way, at least the Earth Directorate's reputation will stay intact too.
Whatever happens next, the Protectorate won't survive it. That's all that matters. Thank you for your assistance in this matter. I had my doubts, but you truly delivered. I'll remain a while longer and make sure to grab everything off the data banks.
Guess this is goodbye.
Only for now. If we both come out of this war intact, I'll find you. If you wish to be found, of course.
I want to talk it over with the commander, but... yeah, maybe we can work something out.
Agent, what do you need? May all our travails add to the equation.
Zebulon just sent word about reaching the vault. We really did it. I can't wait to hear what secrets were found inside.
Don't even know where to start with everything that happened in there. Reckon the information about the matriarch and the skip drive will stir up some fervor, but Zeb was right. The people deserve to know the truth. Well, most of it. I'm glad we were able to leave the Earth Director's name off the record. I'd be lying if I said that hadn't crossed my mind as well. Deep down, I'm still convinced the galaxy is better with the Earth Directorate in it, flawed as it is. But what happened with Arcadia can never be allowed to happen again. Something has to change within the Directorate. And I think we're best positioned to see that reformation through. You're right. But that's a pill that'll be a lot easier for folks to swallow in the future, once we've proven the agency's changed for the better. All said, I appreciate you giving me the space to work through this. Sort of feels like the future's opening back up after a long time closed. Likewise, Commander.
这边我还有一个点没有进去跑完呢，我来跑一下这边好了。我跑错地方了，不是这里。
Remember, collective cognitive compliance is a key part of our perfect society. When we comply together, we thrive together.
It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
Yeah.
fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
Are you ready to realign with the paradigm? To shed all manner of imperfect thoughts?
All it takes is some light instruction, a restorative cocktail,
And a quick dip into the lathe of particularity to abrade your imperfections.
I'm Head Refresher Gould, and I guarantee when you exit our doors, you will be a productive
Member of our perfect society again. Soon you'll say,
goodbye, imperfect thoughts. Hello, contentment.
This is new. A mild euphoric. Light hallucinogenic properties. Not entirely unpleasant, but kid stuff.
Advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
Greetings, subject. Or should I say refreshed to be. Welcome to the Wellnetarium. You're not on my schedule. A walk-in then. Wonderful. Once you're properly evaluated, we'll have you well on your way to refreshment.
This is all a mite strange, but perhaps we should play along.
Oh, you appear to have questions. A telltale sign of needing refreshment.
Placid Waters Wellnetarium here on Prater is uniquely special.
It is personally overseen by
Our facility's induction corridor is quite an experience, isn't it? A feast for the senses, second only to our Chief Edification and Remembrance Center, the Tomb of the Matriarch. Accompanying our Head Refresher's thought-lulling welcome is a musical score based off an inspirational composition partially hummed by the Consul himself, and a brief spritz of our very own reprioritrin gas to boost attentiveness and provide the perfect touch of compliancy to commence your treatment here. Head Refresher Gould says mental refreshment increases tractability, stifles undue agitatement, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry. I've undergone the procedure myself, several times they say, and look at me now, never more content.
And refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Placid Waters Wellnetarium is the primary mental refreshment facility on Praetor. We are tasked with ensuring local subjects are serene, untroubled, and operating at peak efficacy. Right as rain, neighbor, right as rain. And soon you'll be just like me.
That's why we are all happy and contented.
Simply step over to my automechanical colleague to my left, / your right, and it will begin your assessment.
Prudence dictates we reject individuals.
Greetings, subject unscheduled. Welcome to Placid Waters Wellnetarium. Evaluation commencing. Subjects are required to respond 100% accurately to all queries. Bespoke prescribed regimens may produce untoward ramifications if baseline data is greater than minutely erroneous. Query 1. Concisely characterize your personal perspective.
Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive deviser responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
Incorrect. The accepted answer is, I fulfill my duty to the Sovereign as a loyal protectorate subject by operating at peak efficacy, without error, perpetually. Each a vital cog. Query 2. Rate your present level of zealous efficaciousness on a scale of 1 to 5. 5. Being the highest, 3. Being a traitor, 1. Being dead. Incorrect. Wait, processing. That was correct. No subject has ever answered that query accurately before to date. The degree of zealous efficaciousness expected of a dutiful and true subject of the Protectorate is beyond measure. Query 3. Do you ever fall prey to imperfect thoughts, including, but not limited to, doubt, disbelief, uncertainty, curiosity, recalcitrance, and mischief?
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented.
Unacceptable. A perfect society demands perfect thoughts. Imperfection is impossible when the mind is a thing of symmetry. Final query. How would your neighbors describe you? Processing determination. An acceptable response. The appropriate reply was, they never questioned, never doubted. Their zeal never lagged. Formulating conclusion. Phrenometric matrix delineated. Subject evaluation score total 150 out of 200. The acceptable amount for a true and dutiful Protectorate subject is 0. In conclusion, you are in dire need of mental refreshment. Now, proceed to the nearby pneumatic tube to collect your complimentary unitard and lift pass. Next, proceed 1 floor down, where you will be directed further. Your realignment with the paradigm begins now.
It's not just a good idea, it's the law.
Of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability.
I'm realigned with the paradigm.
Fashions the mind into a thing of symmetry. Preserve set progress. Sustain the system.
To deliberate, pondering begets disharmony.
Can't stop picturing Zeb going through this exact process.
Greetings, new person. You have a look of query about you. I have answers to questions and no questions to answer. Hello, my name is Abigail, and I am realigned with the paradigm. It is the duty of all Protectorate subjects to regularly converse with our neighbors, so we may determine if their zeal has wavered. I am newly full of zeal, free of imperfect thoughts. My mind is a thing of symmetry. My phrenometric peaks are all abraded. I only experience approved emotions. Doubt and worry are notably unsanctioned. A perfect society demands perfect thoughts, after all. Head Refresher Gould says his recorded lectures are key to thinking approved thoughts. He tells us what to think and what thoughts are unsanctioned. It's also very helpful. That, a restorative cocktail of pharmaceuticals, and a quick dip into the lathe of particularity device can abrade all imperfections. Just follow the signs to the lecture hall. Only internally, I'm afraid. You should speak to refreshment facilitator Tilden in the lecture hall. Why, it's right outside Head Refresher Gould's office. He'll schedule you an appointment. I once possessed a failing of character where I would voice simple statements in a way that sounded like a question? Drat! There, did it again. Anyhow, I was reported for it? Right as rain, neighbor. Never more content. Pondering begets disharmony. To deliberate is to court ruin. Notions are a gateway to mayhem, bedlam, turmoil, and vexation. Thinking never made anybody happy. Refreshment is inevitable. You can't fight contentment.
Their team plays the worst anyone has ever played. Our first back is perfect. Our pitch ball is well conveyed. Oh, you're new. Must be. You still retain that look of inquiry and deliberation. I'm Waylon. I make all songs about the Paradigm Abiders. Folks tend to get rather sore about it. The original version's about being a good protectorate subject and turning in your neighbor if they lack zeal or think thoughts and such. In my case, my daughter reported me. Of course, we're all supposed to watch each other close to keep the paradigm on track and abiding. First thing you do when you're back is thank the person who did it. They say my phrenometric peaks are resistant to abradement, but still, they try. Wait, I just blinked several times, didn't I? What did that signify? I couldn't leave. Not yet. Haven't completed my regimen. My phrenometric peaks are still jutting all over the place, they say. Are you in disguise? I don't recognize so-and-so as a title. This feels a bit curious to me, but I feel compelled not to question it too much. Maybe the treatment is working. I'd go with you, I guess. But I need something first. They took all my things when I arrived. Stored them in storage. My commemorative pitch balls in there. From my favorite team, the Paradigm Abiders. Can't leave without it. I had to turn in my personal items when I was admitted. On account I tried to leave once or twice before. Saw them put it in a closet behind reception upstairs. Suppose so. Maybe almost, at least. One way out's the safest. Someone dug a tunnel in the kitchen pantry, though there are 2 automechs assigned there now, to keep subjects from wandering in and ambling off. That doesn't seem like the sort of thing that'd be allowed, but guess you know what you're doing. I'll be dithering about here in the meanwhile.
medicament dispensement has concluded for today. Please proceed to the left to request an exception. The kitchen pantry is presently off limits due to anomalous structural tampering. The kitchen pantry is presently off limits due to anomalous structural tampering.
我记得有一个帽子是能够增加骇客的能力，哎，没有吗？哎，就是我这个吗？远程接入，可是我现在这样没办法远程接入啊，所以只能把它打掉了。我等一下再过来好了。
Settle down, everyone. Lecture's playing. Prepare to be edified.
For today's topic, we'll touch on why our program is so very important. Ignorant outsiders may wonder, why does the Protectorate need mental refreshment? Doesn't it inhibit personal freedom? Yet this freedom they celebrate
No talking until the lecture's over.
And their choice is an invitation to failure, loss, and anarchy. It is a sad...
Greeting, unscheduled walk-in. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, how mentally refreshed are you feeling today? Response, zeal. Noted. With hope, our highly trained refreshment facilitators will share your promising self-diagnosis. I am responsible for providing each subject with their recommended daily dosage of reprioritrin. Medicament dispensement has concluded for the day. Response. Medicaments are stored in medicament storage, the office in which this unit presently operates. Yet, it is strictly off-limits to all non-refreshment facilitator personnel. Farewell statement. May refreshment soon render you free from doubt. A vital cog once more.
Subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm.
Greeting, unscheduled walk-in.
That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation.
Aw, a new face. Well, I'd welcome you to the Wellnetarium, but the designated subject greeter ought to have attended to that by now. I was once a victim of imperfect thoughts. Oh, I had so many questions. But my questioning days are long gone. Admitting you question is the first step in your recovery. But worry not. Soon enough, with our help and a little work, you'll never question again.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and
Questions are an unmistakable sign of worry, disquietment, and worst yet, rumination. Once the mind is a thing of symmetry, vexatious agitatements simply waft away. As every loyal and dutiful Protectorate subject knows, thinking is best left to our betters. You've missed the daily medicament dispensement, if that's what you mean. But you should take that up with the medicament dispensement automech directly. The medicament dispensement automech auto-mechanically dispenses medicaments.
It is personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive deviser.
I see you found the lecture as edifying as all the others here. Good, good. Collective cognitive compliance is a key part of the prescribed curative regimen. Head Refresher Gould provides us with daily lectures in audio cartridge form to steer group thinking. As they say, to think together is to together thrive. Upstairs in the audiovisual aids office, of course. Though that area is off limits to all subjects not a part of facility staff or security. How very interesting. Here, take my pass then. It grants access to all mid-privilege priority areas. You must mean the lathe of particularity. One assumes you haven't had a session with Head Refresher Gould yet. You'll soon learn all about it firsthand. You'll feel ever so much better once your phrenometric peaks have been abraded.
That went better than expected. So this process removes all curiosity then. Guess that's one way to keep people from questioning.
Remember, all subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler. Console.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times.
Unthinking compliance lets the paradigm run with flawless efficiency. Unthink today. Unthink tomorrow. Unthink forever.
While there are many mental refreshment refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia. Placid Waters Wellnessarium here on Praetor is uniquely special.
It is personally the top cognitive divisor. Mental refreshment process more than ever.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Hostile in proximity.
At all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
The console provides, the system abides.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we're happy and contented, and others are not. While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia,
为什么不能施展骇客的能力呀？我看一下，控制里面怎么使用骇客的能力啊？没有啊。
Mental refreshment process more intensive than ever.
Standing by.
That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward information, and refashions the mind into a sane think only prescribed us and no bliss and plenty.
You've gained privileged access somehow. Our superiors must have arranged it.
厨房的哨兵已经关掉了。
have sworn no one was due for hours. Wherever is your chart? Wait, you're not a patient. You're not even a protectorate subject, are you? I see it now. You possess the telltale look of wonder and introspection.
This must be the lead scientist. Wonder if he's also had the pleasure of being refreshed.
Well, out with it. Who are you? What an entirely implausible statement. Might as well have simply said, I'm clumsily attempting to infiltrate your facility. Really, how delightful. This presents a rare opportunity to hone my argumentative skills against the inferior minds and bankrupt philosophies of our rivals. To what end are you here? Tell me truly, speak plainly. Ah, for one of our adversaries, I'm sure. I have a proposal for you. I'll provide you what you wish if you debate me on the merits and failings of each group's ideology in a reasonably competent manner. Oh, do play along. I'm so rarely able to engage in any sort of intellectual discourse here. Suppose you could say that's my fault. Yet in any case, indulge me. You'd certainly learn much more from me directly, assuming you're competent enough at verbal sparring, at any rate. There's a good sport. Do try to keep up. So, what of the Order, our former allies, those cursed overthinkers, doomed to lives free of luxury, toiling away in ceaseless cogitation? What say you of them? My position is a burden, gladly taken to ease the suffering of our subjects. I think so they would have to ensure the paradigm runs ably. Their order is chaos to us. Though your point, while gratingly expressed, is noted, albeit grudgingly. What say you about Auntie's choice, then? Tell me, is there any value in the vapid emptiness of those corporate consumerists? That actually sounds to have some slight merit when you put it that way. I mean, such a system would leave behind the general public, though. All our friends and neighbors. Your point is not completely without worth, I suppose. Only mostly. In the Protectorate, we have the best of everything. Food, technology, a sense of belonging, freedom from doubt, worry, hard work. No, the others simply cannot compare. People are unproductively prone to unhappiness. We remove this self-sabotaging flaw so they can fully appreciate the ample bounty we provide, free of doubt and worry. As it is right now, repelling faulty logic and wrong-headed thinking with gusto. No, the refreshment process isn't about thwarting examination, but obviating fear, uncertainty, and doubt. It's about making people happy. Well, admit I assume this conversation would be more engaging. Did you have any final points you'd like to make? As a, last chance to distinguish yourself? How very nice of you to say. You're not half bad yourself. For a non-protectorate, not me. I must say that was moderately stimulating. Passably interesting at a few points even. Almost intriguing. Now, what next? Oh dear, I don't understand how the machine works, only how to use it. The technical specifications for the lathe of particularity are in my office in the next room, hidden in a cache behind a frame on the wall. Pick up the cap to open it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I do have a schedule to maintain. So many minds to refresh, so little time. What an edifying confabulation.
My case required minimal treatment. But that last session, that was far more intensive. Strong observation, your sublime radiance. We set the lathe to the maximal abradement setting. Her instructions.
Uniquely special.
It is personally overseen by head refresher, the top cognitive divisor responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing and
Please. The Sovereign isn't at his best right now. You're not here to harm him, are you? If so, I must warn you, I will defend the Sovereign to the fullest extent of my meager abilities. Yes, it is. Our beneficent, infallible ruler, the Sovereign Henry Aloysius Varick, son of the first Sovereign, Reuben Varick. You'll have to forgive him right now. As I said, he's not his best today. We've been here since it was determined that the Sovereign, long distraught over the loss of his family, was in need of mental refreshment. Since then, he's been receiving dedicated treatment from head refresher Gould himself. Preposterous! The Consul and all the Vigilant are above reproach. No subject of the Protectorate would ever harm, or knowingly allow harm to befall our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign, or consider such a thing. To even think such a thought is unthinkable. This stately form before you is the direct descendant of the matriarch herself. All we have, all any of us have, stems directly from the works of his family line. I will stay true to him and the Protectorate to the end. We all will. The Sovereign is receiving the finest possible care, as he has every... Just leave us be. Go. Please, just leave us. Just leave. Go. Please, just leave us. Just leave.
Only the Protectorate possesses the...
Enemy moving into harm's way.
you. Proceeding to attack. Well, there are many mental refreshment facilities. Put your hands! Going on strike. Advisor responsible for making the mental refreshment process. Subject lacking the appropriate skill for their assigned work. Reported for mental refreshment protest. It's not just a good idea, it's the law.
Hello! You find my pitch ball? Oh, commemorative pitch ball! I miss you so. Let's never part again. Suppose I'm ready to leave. Well, almost. Okay. Ready to go then, I suppose. If we get separated, I'll meet you there. The tunnel out was right here. Oh, they put a poster over it. Take it down, and I can be off. This is all right neighborly of you. Can't thank you enough. Now, after you. By all means. Oh, and last I heard from my daughter, Emily, she was off to Free Market Station. You meet us there. She'll surely give you a reward.
Guess all outsiders aren't as bad as Prudence takes you out to be. To be found throughout Arcadia. Planetarium, here on Kratos, is uniquely special. It is perfect.
That scum! That miserable scum! To think he would stoop so low as to overthrow the sovereign! I shall not rest until the consul pays for his treachery, and Arcadia's rightful ruler is reinstated. Do you truly believe this to be a fine time for a snide remark? Now, I fear how my fellow subjects will respond to this news. I believe that most will remain loyal to the sovereign. But I shall attend to that, Matt. I sincerely doubt. Commander, I'm glad I met. There's something of utmost importance I wish to discuss. I received a message from a close friend of mine, Virgil. His message claimed he had information relevant to the Supreme You asked before, and I did not mention it. But with Virgil's message, I now must warn you. Our greatest suspect in the Supreme Arbiter's murder is the Protectorate's consul. Our mentor always disdained him thoroughly, and but we have needed evidence. Evidence that I believe I would gladly give my life for his without hesitation. It has been some time since the two of us last crossed paths. But if there is one person throughout all, he too seeks the perpetrator of the Supreme Arbiter's death. It was actually his suggestion we did. Virgil often prefer, but there have been occasional rare instances where treating the subject with mercy, very good.
Glad there are people out here like you. Gives hope. Both of us, well, we're forever in your... before I forget, here, this is for you.
My friend from Placid Waters. Appreciate you fetching the pitch ball, Millie got me. Wonderful, wonderful. So good to see Millie again. Don't know how to... You heading out? Do take care. Again, much obliged.
Error. Gross sales grandstanding not found.
Protect your loved ones, protect yourself. Find the Neil Armor today.
override mechanisms are still functioning. If we work together, we might level our descent.
There's no stopping the will of the free market, Ensign. The ship's doomed.
Even if you won't help me, I have to try. For Auntie's choice!
How noble.